production. Thank you for joining us for Lady Shakes Theater Company's production of Romeo and Juliet. Thank you. This really feels like a homecoming for Lady Shakes. We were essentially born here at the Jayhawk back in 2019. Topeka Civic Theater and Ad Astra Theater Company jointly presented an all-woman production of Twelfth Night. And we had so much fun doing that, we said, we should do more of these classics and really turn things around. And 2 years ago, we did A Midsummer Night's Dream up in Red Bud Park in Noto, and now here we are back at the Jayhawk once again, so it's really wonderful to be here. I want to thank, first of all, the Jayhawk Theater, your board, your staff, Jeff Carson, Sarah Bowe, Sydney Meehan, and the whole board. Thank you for allowing us to do our production here with you. And thank you to our premier sponsors, and they are Scientific Media Systems, Walter Robbins and Vicki Deaton, and Scotch Fabric Care, Marlene Martindale. Thank you, sponsors. And your program lists all the people that were involved with this production. So many people helped make this possible, but really a tremendous amount of support came from our friends over at Topeka Civic Theater, who gave us rehearsal space, gave us a lot of props and set pieces. We were also able to run some of their costumes, and so it's really big thank you to especially the Topeka Civic Theater. If you would like to know what's next for Lady Shakes, so would I. We're still figuring things out, but lots more exciting things to come. If you don't already, like us on Facebook and follow us on Facebook and Instagram so you can stay abreast of all our upcoming productions and appearances. And thank you for joining us today for our closing production, and have a wonderful afternoon.
Wait to new, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean. From forth the fatal loins of these two foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life, whose misadventure and piteous overthrows doth with their death bury their parents' strife. The fearful passage of their death-marked love, and the continuance of their parents' rage, which but their children's end not could remove, is now the 2 hours' traffic of our stage, the which if you with patient ears attend, what here shall miss, our toil shall strive to mend.
Gregory, on my word, will not turn cold.
No, for then we should be colliers.
I mean, and we be in collar. We'll drop.
And while you live, draw your neck out of collar.
I strike quickly, be moved.
But thou art not quickly moved to strike.
A dog of the house of Montague moves thee.
To move is to stir, and to be valiant is to stand. Therefore, if thou art moved, thou runnest away.
A dog of that house will move me to stand. I would take the wall of any manner made of Montague.
The quarrels between our masters and us, their men.
'Tis all one. I will show myself a tyrant. When I buck with the men, I'll be civil with the maids. I'll cut off their heads.
The heads of the maids.
Are the heads of the maids, or their maid heads? Take it in what sense thou wilt.
They must take it in the sense that feel it. Draw thy tool. Here comes the house of the Montagues.
My naked weapon is out. Quarrel. I will back thee.
To my neck and one?
Fear me not.
Oh, Mary, I fear thee.
Let us take the law on our side. Let them begin.
I will frown as I pass by, and let them take it as they list.
Nay, as they dare, I will bite my thumb at them, which is a disgrace to them if they bear it. Do you bite your thumb at us, sir? I do bite my thumb, sir. Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
Is the law of our sides if I say I? No.
No, I do not bite my thumb at you, sir. But I do bite my thumb, sir.
Do you quarrel, sir?
Quarrel, sir! No, sir! But if you do, sir, I implore you. I serve as good a master as you. No better. Well, sir.
Say better. Here comes one of my master's statesmen.
Yes, better, sir. You lie. Draw, sleepy men. Gregory, remember thy Russian blow.
Come here, you bull sack.
Coward! Let's go! Curse you fools! You know not what you do!
What, art thou drawn among these heartless hinds? Turn, Benvolio, look upon thy death.
I do but keep the peace. Put up thy sword or manage it to part these men with me.
But thou drawn and talk of peace? I hate the word, as I hate hell, all Montagues, and thee. Have at thee, coward.
Thou villain, Capulet, be not let me go.
Thou shalt not stir a foot to seek a foe.
Rebellious subjects, enemies to peace. From those bloody hands throw your mistempered weapons to the ground. Hear the sentence of your moved prince. 3 civil brawls, spread of an airy word by the old Capulet Montague, hath thrice disturbed the quiet of our streets. If ever you disturb our streets again, your lives shall pay the forfeit of the peace. For this time all the rest depart away. You, Captain, shall go along with me. Montague, come you this afternoon to know our father's pleasure in this case. To old Freetown, our common judgment place. Once more, on pain of death, all men depart.
Who said this ancient quarrel will approach? Speak, nephew, were you by when it began?
Here stood the servants of your adversary and of yours, close fighting ere I did approach. I drew to part them. But in the instant came the fiery Tybalt with his sword prepared. While we were interchanging thrusts and blows, came more and more we fought on heart and heart until the prince came, and part and I departed.
Oh, where is Romeo? Saw you him today? Right glad I am he was not in the fray.
Madam, an hour before the worship's sun peered forth at the golden window of the east, a troubled mind drove me to walk alone. So early walking did I see your son. Towards my maid, but he was ware of me and stole into the covert of the woods.
Many a morning have we there been seen, with tears on many pleasure one new. Away from daylight steals home my heavy son, and private in his chamber pens himself. Turns up the windows, blots fair daylight out, and makes himself an artificial night. Laughing pretensions must be skimmer through, unless we counsel make a cause remember.
My noble uncle, do you know the cause?
I neither know it nor can learn of him.
Have you importuned him by any means?
Both by myself and many other friends, but he, his own affection's counselor, is to himself so secret and so close. Could we but learn from whence his sorrows grow, we would as willingly give cure as know.
See where he comes. So please you, step aside. All other hindrances, or be much denied.
That's the way, madam.
Good morrow, cousin.
Is the day so young?
What noon struck 9?
I mean, that hours seem long. Was it my father that went ahead so fast?
It was.
What sadness lengthens Romeo's hours? Not having that which having makes them short. In love, out.
Of love?
Out of her favor where I am known.
Alas, that love, so gentle in his view, could be so tyrannous and rough in proof.
Alas, that love, whose view is muffled still, should without eyes see pathways to his will. Still waking sleep, it is not what it is, and this love feels I, that feels no love in this. Dost thou not laugh?
Oh, no, cause I rather
Good heart at what?
at thy good heart's oppression.
For such is love's transgression. Griefs in mine own lie heavy in thy breast, which thou wilt properly have pressed with more of thine. This love that thou hast shown would add more grief to too much of mine own. Farewell, Nicholas.
Oh, soft, I will go along, and if you leave me so, you do me wrong.
To have lost myself. I am not here. This is not Romeo. He is some other way.
Tell me, in sadness, who is this that you love?
What shall I groan and tell thee?
Rome? Why, no, but sadly tell me who.
In sadness, cousin, I do love a woman.
I aimed as here when I supposed you loved.
A right fair markman. And she's fair, I love.
A right fair mark for cousin's soonest hit.
While not hit, you'll miss. Shall not be hit by Cupid's arrow. Shall not stay the siege of loving terms. Oh, she is rich in beauty. Only poor that when she dies, with beauty dies her store.
So she hath sworn that she will live chaste.
She hath. And in that staring makes huge waste. She hath forsworn to love, and in that vow do I live dead that live to tell it now. Be ruled by me.
Forget to think of her.
Who teach me how I should forget to think?
By giving liberty unto thine eyes, I examine other beauties.
He that is struck and blind cannot forget the precious treasure of his eyesight lost. Farewell, thou canst not teach me to forget.
I'll pay that doctrine, or else die in debt.
It wants to do it bound, as well as I, and penalty alike, and 'tis not hard, I think, for men so old as we to keep the peace.
Of honorable reckoning are you both, and pity 'tis you lived at odds so long. But now, my lord, what say you to my suit?
But say nor what I have said before, my child is yet a stranger in the world. She hath not seen 14 years of change. But woo her, gentle parents, get her heart. My will to her consent is but a part. Tonight I hold an old accustomed feast, whereto I have invited many a guest such as I love, and you among the store. One more most welcome makes my number more. Come, go with me. Go, Sirrah, trudge about through fair Verona. Find those persons out whose names are written there, and to them say, my house and welcome on their pleasure stay.
I am sent to find the people whose names are here writ, and can never find what names the writing person hath here written. I must to the learn in good time.
Tuts, man, one fire burns out another's burning. One pain lessens another's anguish. Take some new infection to thy eye, and the red poison of the old will die.
Good evening, good fellow.
God good evening, sir. Oh, I pray, sir, can you read?
I am unfortunate in my misery.
Perhaps you've learned without book. I pray, can you read anything that you see?
Aye, if I know the letters and the language.
You say honestly, rest you, Marian.
Stay, fellow, I can read. Signor Martino and his wife and daughters, Conte Anselm and his beauteous sisters, the lady widow of Bertuvio, Signor Placencio and his lovely nieces, my uncle Capulet, his wife and daughters, my fair niece Rosalind, and Lydia, Signor Valencio and his cousin Tybalt, Lucio and the lively Helena. A fair assembly, whither shall they come? Whither, to supper?
To our house.
Whose house?
My master.
Indeed, I should have asked thee that before.
Well, now I'll tell you without asking. My master is the great and rich Capulet, and if you be not in the house of Montagues, I pray come and crush a cup of wine. Rest you merry.
At the same ancient feast of Capulet sups the fair Rosalind whom thou so loves, with all the admired beauties of Verona. Come thither, and with unattainted eye compare her face to some that I shall show, and I will make thee think thy swan a crow. One fairer than my love, the all-seeing sun ne'er saw her match since first the world begun. Tut, and you saw her fair, none else being by, herself poised with herself in either eye. In those crystal scales let there be weighed your lady's love, against some other maid that I will show you at this feast, and she shall scout show all that now seems best.
I will along no such sight to be shown, but to rejoice in splendor of mine own.
Oh, nurse, where is my daughter? Call her forth to me.
Now by my maidenhead, a 12-year-old, I bade her come. What lad? What ladybird? God forbid, where is this girl? What Juliet?
Don't know who calls.
Your mother?
Wait here now. What is your will? Oh, this is the matter. Nurse, give me a while. We must talk in secret. Oh, nurse, come back again. I have remembered me. Thou hearest our counsel. Thou knowest my daughter's of a pretty age.
Oh, Faith, I could tell her age unto an hour. Susan and she, God rest all Christian souls, were of an age. Well, Susan is with God now. She was too good for me. 'Tis since the earthquake now, 11 years and she was weaned. Oh, never shall forget it of all the days of the year upon that day. My lord and you were then at Mantua. Nay, I do bear a brain. She could have run and waddled all about, for even the day before she broke her brow. And my husband, God be with his soul, he was a merry man, took up the child. Yea, Ruthie, dost thou fall upon thy face? Thou wilt fall backward, and thou hast more wit, wilt thou not, Jewel? And by my holiday, the pretty wretch left crying and said, my word that I should live 1,000 years, I never shall forget it.
Enough of this, I pray thee, hold thy peace.
Yes, madam. Yet I cannot choose but laugh to think it should leave crying and say,
And since thou too, I pray thee, nurse, say aye.
peace, I have done. Oh God, mark thee to his grace, thou wast the prettiest babe that e'er I nursed. And I should live to see thee married once. I have thy wit.
Mary, that Mary is the very thing my king could talk of. Tell me, daughter Juliet, how stands your disposition to be married? It is an honor that I drink that oath. Well, think of marriage now. Younger than you here in the world, ladies of esteem are made already mothers. By my count, I was your mother much upon these years that you are now a maid. Therefore, thus in brief, the valiant Paris seeks you for his love.
Oh, man, you lady, such a man as all the world, but he's a man of wax.
No, Miss Summer hath not such a flower.
Nay, he's a flower, in faith, a very flower.
What say you? Can you love the gentleman? This night you shall behold him at our feast. So shall you share all he doth possess, by making yourself no less.
No less. They bigger, women grow by them.
Speak truthfully. Can you like Paris's love? Oh, looked like it, looking like you looked, but no more deep lying hurt than I than your consent or strength to make it fly.
Madam, the guests are come, supper served up. You called for, my young lady asked for, the nurse, cursed in the pantry, and everything in extremity. I must hence away. I beseech you to follow straight.
We follow me. Juliet, the county stays.
Go, girl. Seek happy nights to happy days.
spoke for our excuse, or shall we on without apology?
The days out of such bullets. We'll have no Cupid hoodwinked with a scarf, but let them measure us by what they will. We'll measure them a measure and be gone.
Give me the torch. I am not for this ambling beat, but have ye, I will bear the right.
Nay, gentle Romeo, we must have you dance.
Not I, believe me. You have dancing shoes with nimble soles. I have a soul of lead, so stakes me to the ground I cannot move.
You are a lover. Borrow Cupid's wings and soar with them above a common bound.
And to soar and pierce it on a shaft, to soar with light feathers, and so bound I cannot bound a pitch above dull woe. Under love's heavy burden do I sing.
And to sink in it should you burden love. Too great oppression for a tender thing.
Is love a tender thing? It's too rough, too rude, too boisterous, and it pricks like thorn.
Love be rough with you, be rough with love. Prick love for pricking, and you beat love down. Come, give me a case to put my visage in.
Come, knock and enter, and no sooner in may every man be taken to his legs.
I'll be a candle holder and look on, I am done.
Come, we burn daylight, home.
But we may well go into this mass, but just know where to go.
Why, may one ask?
I dreamt a dream last night.
And so did I.
Well, what was yours?
That dreamers often lie.
And better sleep while they do dream things true.
Oh, then I see Queen Mab hath been with you. She's the fairy's midwife, and she comes in shape no bigger than an agate stone on the forefinger of an woman, drawn with a team of little atomy over men's noses as they lie asleep. Her chariot is an empty hazelnut, and in this state she gallops night by night through lovers' brains, and then they dream on love. On courtiers' knees who dream on curtsy straight, on warriors' fingers who straight dream on beads, or ladies' lips which on straight kisses dream, which oft the angry mad with blisters plagues. Sometimes she driveth o'er a soldier's neck, and then dreams he of cutting foreign throats. And then, anon, drums in his ear, at which he starts and wakes, and being thus righted swears a prayer to sleeps again. This is that very map. This is the hag when maids lie on their backs that caresses them and learns them first to bear, making them women of good carriage. This is she.
Peace, Mercutio, thou talkest of nothing.
True. I talk of dreams, which are the children of an idle brain, begot of nothing but vain fantasy, which is as thin of substance as the air, and more constant than the wind.
This wind that you talk of blows us from ourselves. Supper is done, and we shall come too late.
I fear too early, for my mind must give some consequence yet, pain in the stars shall bitterly begin its fearful date with this night's revels, and expire the term of a despised life closed in my breast by some vile forfeit of untimely death. But he that hath the steerage of my course, direct my sail. On, lofty gentlemen.
Aye.
Welcome, gentlemen. Ladies that have their toes unplagued with corns will walk about with you. Ah, my mistresses, which of you all will now deny to dance? I might come near you now. You're welcome, gentlemen. Come, musicians, play.
to hear. The messenger done, I'll watch the place of stand and touching hers and bless my beauty.
Did my heart's love so down? Forswear its sight, for I ne'er saw true beauty till this moment.
This, by his voice, should be of Montague? What, dares this slave come hither, covered with an antique face, to fleer and scorn at our solemnity? Now by the stuck in honor of my kin, to strike him dead I did not sin.
Why, how now, kinsman, wherefore stole you so?
Uncle, this is a Montague, our foe, a villain that is hither come in spite to scorn at our solemnity this night.
Young Romeo, is it?
It is he, that villain, Romeo.
Content thee, gentle powers, let him alone, but he bears him like a courtly gentleman, and to say truth, Verona brags of him to be a virtuous and well-governed youth. Therefore be patient, take no note of him. My will, if thou respect, is to show a fair present, and put off those frowns and ill-beseeming semblance for a feast.
Uncle, it fits. When such a villain is a guest, I'll not endure him.
He shall be endured. What am I, the master here, or are you? Go to. You'll not endure him, God shall mend my soul. You'll make a mutiny among my guests. You'll set copperhoop, you'll be the man.
Uncle, it is a shame.
Go to your stuffy boy, indeed is it true. You should contrary me. Well said, my heart. Your princocks, go, be quiet. Get more light, more light. Oh, for shame, I'll make you quiet. What cheering my hearts?
I will withdraw, but this intrusion now, seeming sweet, shall convert to bitterest gall.
peasants do not move.
Grant her courtesy.
The move not while my present press from my lips by thine, my sin is purged.
From my lips the sin that I took.
Sin from my lips, oh trespass sweetly urged. Give me my sin again.
You kiss my lips. No!
Nurse,
Our mother craves a word with you.
What is her?
Mary Bachelor. Her mother is the lady of the house, and a good lady, and a wise, and a virtuous. I nursed her daughter you talked with all. I tell you, he that can lay a hold of her shall have the cheeks.
She cabinet? Oh, dear account. My life is my foe's hurt. Oh, wait, you got the sport of this.
Why, the more I must. Nay, gentlemen, beg him not to be gone. We have a trifling, foolish banquet towards. Oh, as it is so. I thank you all. I thank you, honest gentlemen. Good night. More torches here. Oh, come, let's to bed. Oh, Sarah. Bye, my Faye. Yes. It's very late. I'll to my rest.
come hither, nurse. What is Scone's gentleman?
His name is Romeo, and a Montague, the only son of your great enemy.
My only love sprung from my early hate. Too early seen, unknown, and known too late. Prodigious birth of love it is to me that I must love a loathed enemy.
Come, let's away. The strangers all are gone.
Now, old desire doth in his deathbed lie, and young affection gates to be his heir. That fair for which love groaned for and would die, with tender Juliet matched, is now not fair. Now Romeo is beloved, and loves again, alike bewitched by the charm of looks. But to his foes opposed he must complain, and she still loves sweet mate from fearful looks. Being held a foe, he may not have access to breathe such vows as lovers used to swear. And she as much in love, her means much less to meet her new beloved anywhere. But passion lives in power, time means to meet, tempering extremities with extreme sweet.
I go forward with my heart clear. Turn back, dull earth, and find thy center out.
Romeo! My cousin, Romeo! Romeo!
He is wise, and on my life hath stolen him home to bed. He ran this way and left this orchard wall. A call, good Mercutio. Nay, I'll conquer too. Romeo! Yours! Madman! Passion! Lover! Appear thou in the likeness of a sigh. Speak but one
Blind is his love, and best befits the dark.
If love be blind, love cannot hit the mark. Romeo, good night. I'll to my truckle bed. This field bed's too cold for me to sleep. Come, shall we go?
Go then, for 'tis in vain to seek him here that means not to be found.
He jests at scars that never felt a wound. It's soft, but like a yarn no breaks. It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and heal the envious moon who's already sick and pale with grief that thou, her maid, art far more fair than she. Oh, it is my lady. Oh, it is my love. Oh, that she knew she would. She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eye discloses. I will answer it. I am too bold. It is not to me she speaks. See how she leans her cheek upon her hand. Would that I wrote love upon that hand that I might touch the cheek. Ay me. She speaks. Oh, speak again, cried Angel.
Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Deny thy father, refuse thy name. Or if thou wilt not, be but sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more? Shall I speak of this?
But thy name is my enemy. Thou art thyself the non-Montague. What's Montague? It is neither hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name! What's in the name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet, so Romeo, were he not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection which he owes without that title. Romeo, doff my name, for that name which is no part of thee, take all my soul.
I take thee at thy word. Call me but love, and I'll be new baptized. Henceforth I never will be Romeo.
What man art thou that thus whispering guides and stumbles upon my counsel?
By a name I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself because it is an enemy to me. Had I it written, I would tear the word.
My ears have not yet known 100 words of thy tongue's uttering, and yet I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo and Montague?
Neither fair maid, if either be slain.
How camest thou hither? Tell me, and wherefore? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and this place death, considering who thou art, if any of my kinsmen find thee.
And love's like wings that I approach these walls, for stony limits cannot hold love out, and what love can do that dares not attempt. Therefore thy kinsmen are stopped.
If they see thee, they will murder thee.
Alack, the wise more care for thine eye than 20 of their swords. Look thou but sweet, and I am proof against their enmity.
I would not for the world that they saw me here.
I have a nice cloak to shield me from their eyes. And love thou love me, let them find me here. I'd rather my life ended by their hate than death corroded wanting on thine own.
Thou knowest the mask of night is on my face, else would have made me blush or paint my cheek for that which thou hast heard me speak tonight. Dost thou love me? I know thou wilt say I, and I will take thy word, but if thou swearest, thou mayst prove false. Oh, gentle Romeo, if thou dost love, pronounce it faithfully. In truth, fair Montague, I am too fond, and therefore thou mayest think my reading right, but trust me, gentlemen, I will prove more true than those that have no coming to be strange.
Lady, by yonder blessed moon that tips with silver all these fruit tree tops.
Oh, swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon that monthly changes and moves with the Lord, lest that thy love prove likewise word.
What shall I swear?
Do not swear at all. Or, if thou wilt, swear by thy gracious self, which is the God of my idolatry, and I'll believe thee.
My heart's dear love.
Well, do not swear. Although I joy in thee, I have no joy in this contract tonight. It is too rash, too unadvised, too sudden. It's sweet. Good night. This bud of summer's ripening breath may prove a beauteous flower when next we meet. Good night. Good night. A
sweet reposing rest comes thy heart without leaving my breast. Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied? What satisfaction canst thou have tonight? The exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine. I gave thee mine before thou didst request it, and yet I wrote it ready again. Wouldst thou withdraw it? For what purpose, love? But to be frank, and to give it thee again. I long for the thing that I have. My bounty is as boundless as the sea, my love is deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have, for both are infinite. I hear some noise within. I come on! Sweet multitude, true, I will be back. Oh, blessed, blessed night! I am afeard this all-vain night is but a dream, too flattering sweet to be substantial. Few words, dear Romeo, and good night indeed. If thy bent of love be honorable, thy purpose marriage, send me word tomorrow by one that I'll procure. Come to thee where and what time you'll perform the rite, and at thy feet all my fortunes will I lay, and follow thee, my lord, throughout the world. Madam! I come anon, but if thou knowest not well, I do beseech thee. Madam! By and by I come, to cease thy strife, and lead me to my grief. Tomorrow I will send, to fight myself 1,000 times a night. 1,000 times the worst to what I love. Romeo, my dear, what o'clock tomorrow shall I send to thee? At the hour of noon. I will not fail. 'Tis 20 years until then. I did forget why I called thee back. Let me stand here till I remember it. Good night. Good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow that I shall say good night till tomorrow. Sleep well in my mind, peace in my breast. Would that I were sleep in peace so sweet to rest. Hence will I to my ghostly friar's close cell, his help to crave, and my dear hap to tell.
The gray-eyed morn smiles on the frowning night, checkering the eastern clouds with streaks of light. I must upbuild this osier cave of ours with baleful weeds and precious juiced flowers. Oh, mickle is the powerful grace that lies in plants, earth, stones, and their true qualities. Within the infant mind of this weak flower, poison have precedence and medicine power. For this being smelt, in that part cheers each part. Being tasted, stays all senses of the heart.
Tomorrow, Father.
Ah, benedicite! So soon to bid good morrow to thy bed. And if that not be so, here I get it right. Our Romeo hath not been to bed tonight.
The last is true. The sweeter rest was mine.
God pardon sin. Was thou Rosalind?
Was Rosalind my ghostly father? No. I have forgot that name and that name's woe.
Oh, there's my good son. But where hast thou been then?
I have been feasting with mine enemy, for a sudden one hath wounded me that's by thee wounded. Both are remedies within thy help and holy physic lies.
Speak plainly, my son, and hold me in thy drift. Ridley confessions find a riddling shrift.
And plainly know this. My heart is set on the fair daughter of rich Capulet. As mine on hers, so hers is set on mine. All combined say that thou must combine my holy marriage. When and where and how we met, we wooed and we made exchange of vow. I'll tell thee as we pass, but this I pray, that thou consent to marry us today.
Holy Saint Francis! What a change is here! Is Rosalind, thou didst love so dear, so soon forsaken? Oh, Young men's loves lie not truly in their hearts, but in their eyes. Women may fall when there is no strength in men.
Pray me, chide me not. For I have now grace for grace and love for love allowed.
Heather did not so. In one respect, I would thy assistant be, for this alliance may so happy prove to turn your household of rancor into pure love.
Oh, let us hence. I stand on sudden haste.
Up wisely and slow, they stumble but none fast.
Where the devil should Romeo be? Can't he not home tonight?
Not to his father's. I spoke with his man.
That same pale, hard-hearted wench that Rosalind tormented, that he will sure run mad.
Tybalt, the kinsman to old Capulet, had sent a letter to his father's house.
A challenge on my life.
Romeo will answer.
Alas, poor Romeo, he is already dead, stabbed with a white wench's black eye, run through the ear with a love song, the very pin of his heart cleft with the blind bow boy's butt shaft. And is he such a man to encounter Tybalt?
Why, what is Tybalt?
Oh, more than the prince of cats. Why, he is the courageous captain of compliments. He fights as you sing prick song, keeps time, distance, and proportion. A duelist of the very first house, of the very first and second cause. Ah, the immortal Passago, the punto reverso, the head.
Oh, here comes Romeo. Here comes Romeo.
Ah, Signor Romeo, bonjour. There's a French salutation to your French slop. You gave us the counterfeit fairy last night.
Good morrow to you both. What counterfeit did I give you?
The slip, sir, the slip. Can you not conceive?
Pardon me, Mercutio. My business was great, and in such a case as mine, a man may strain courtesy.
That's as much as to say such a case as yours may constrain a man to bow in the hands.
Meaning to courtesy.
Thou hast most kindly put it.
That's the most courteous exposition.
Nay, I am the very pink of courtesy.
Pink the flower?
Right.
Why then is my pump well flowered?
To me, that should have been below my wits.
Switch is spurs, or I'll cry a match.
Nay, if our wits run the wild goose chase, I am done, for thou hast more of the wild goose in one of thy wits than I have in my whole 5. Was I with you there for the goose?
Thou was never with me for anything, thou was not there for the goose.
Now is this not better than roaming for love? Now art thou sociable, now art thou Romeo, now art thou what thou art, by art as well as by nature.
Here's a good here.
A sail! Two, a shirt, and a smock.
Peter!
And on!
My fan, Peter!
Her fan, good Peter, to hide her face, for the fan's the fairer face.
Got you good morrow, gentlemen.
God, you good evening, gentlewoman.
Is it good evening?
Indeed, 'tis no less, for now the body out of the dial is now on the brink of noon.
Out upon you! What a man are you! The one gentlewoman that God hath made himself to love. Gentlemen, can any of you tell me where I may find the young Romeo? I am the youngest of that name, for fault to the worse. You say, well, if you be he, sir, I desire some confidence with you. She will indict him to some supper.
Abide! No harlot, sir, unless a harlot, sir, in gross disguise. My lady knows what my lady shows. Well, what did she play, but she had been well paid. Romeo, will you to dinner thither? Will to supper.
I will follow you.
Fare you well, ancient lady. Fare you well, lady, lady, lady.
Pray good sir, what saucy merchant was this that was so full of his roguery?
One gentlewoman that loves to hear himself
and will speak more in a minute than he will stand to in a month.
And he'd say anything against me, I'll take him down, and even lustier than he is, and 20 such jacks. And if I cannot, I will find them for Jack. And thou must stand by too, and suffer every knave to use me at his pleasure.
I saw no man use you at his pleasure. If I had, my weapon should quickly have been out. I warn you, I dare draw as soon as another man, if we see occasion in good quarrel, and the law on my side.
Before God, I am so vexed, every part about me quivers. Scurvy knave! I pray you, sir, a word. And as I told you, my young lady bid me inquire you out. What she bid me tell you, I will keep to myself. But first, let me tell you, if you should lead her in a fool's paradise, as they say, it were a very gross kind of behavior, as they say. For the gentlewoman is young, and therefore, if you should deal double with her, truly it were an ill thing to offer to any gentlewoman, and very weak dealing.
Nurse, commend me to my lady and mistress. I protest unto you
Oh, in faith, I will tell her as much. Lord, she will be a joyful woman.
What? What's that call her, nurse? Thou dost not mark me.
I will tell her, sir, that you do protest, which, as I take it, is a gentlemanlike offer.
Bid her devise some means to come to Strict this afternoon, and there at Friar Lawrence's cell she shall be shrived and married. Here's what that means.
Oh, no, truly not a penny.
What shall I say you shall?
Ooh, this afternoon, sir. Yes, she shall be there.
Farewell. Trust me, and with thy pains. Well, commend me to my lady.
Oh, well, my mistress is the sweetest lady, and there is a nobleman in town, one Paris, who would fain lay a knife aboard. But she, good heart, had as lief see a toad, a very toad, as see him.
Commend me to thy lady.
1,000 times. Peter, anon, before and apace.
The clock struck 9 when I did send the nurse, and in 30 minutes she promised to return. And I was on upon the high till of the stage journey, and from 9 till 12 was 3 long hours, and yet she's still not come.
Oh!
God, she knows. Well, honey, nurse, what news? Hast thou back again? Still I made away.
Peter, stay at the gate.
Well, hast thou met with him?
I am a weary. Give me leave a while. I on my bones ache. Oh, what a jaunt of eye.
I wouldst thou have my bones and I thy news. But nay, I pray thee speak, good nurse, speak.
Nay, soon. What haste? Can you not stay a while? Can you not see that I am out of breath?
How art thou out of breath and thou hast the breath to say to me that thou art out of breath? Is thy news very bad? Answer that.
Well, you have made a simple choice. You know not how to choose a man. Romeo? No, not he. Though his face be better than any man's, and his leg excels all men's. For a hand and a foot and a body, though they be not top tall, they are past compare. He is not the flower of courtesy, but I'll warrant him as gentle as a lamb. Go thy ways, wench, serve God. What? Have you dined at home?
No, but all this time not before. What's a scare our marriage? What of that?
Oh, jaunting up and down.
In faith, I'm sorry that thou art not well. Sweet nurse, what says my love?
Your love says, like an honest gentleman, have you got leave to go to shrift today?
We have.
Then hie you hence to Friar Lawrence cell. There stays a husband to make you a wife. I am the drudge and toil in your delight, but you shall bear the burden soon at night. Go out to dinner. Hie you to the cell.
By thy fortune, a listener's farewell.
So smile the heavens on this holy act that after hours with sorrow try to smite. Amen. Amen. Become the sorrows may, it cannot contravail the exchange of joy that one short minute gives me in her sight. Do thou but combine us with holy words, then love devouring death, do what ye dare, it is enough I may be called her mine.
These violent desires have but violent ends, and in their triumph die, like fire and powder, which, as they kiss, soothe. Therefore, love moderately. Long loved us so. Too swift arises tardy is too slow. Oh, here comes thy lady.
Good evening, my good professor.
Well, Romeo shall thank me for us both.
There's much to this is his face.
Come with me, we shall make short work, for by your leave you shall not be alone till Holy Church incorporate two in one.
I pray thee, good Mercutio, let's retire. The day is hot, the capitals are broad, and if we meet, we shall not escape a brawl. For now these hot days is this mad blood stirred.
Come, thou art as long a jack in thy mood as any in Italy, and as soon moved to be moody, and as soon moody to be moved.
And what too?
Nay, and there were two such, we should have none shortly, for one would kill the other. Thou wilt quarrel with a man who hath a hair more or a hair less in his beard than thou hast. Thy head is as full of quarrels as an egg is full of meat, and yet thy head hath been beat as adolescent egg for quarreling. Thou hast quarreled with a man for coughing in the street because he hath wakened thy dog and hath laid him asleep in the sun, and yet thou wilt tutor me for quarreling?
And I was so apt to quarrel as thou art? Any man could buy the fee simple of my life for an hour and a quarter.
The fee simple? Oh, simple.
By my head, here come the Catholics.
By my heel, I care not. Follow me close, for I will speak with them. Gentlemen, good e'en a word with one of you. And but one word with one of us? Couple it with something. Make it a word and a blow. You shall find me apt enough to that, sir, and you will give me occasion. Could you not take some occasion without the giving? Mercutio, thou consortest with Romeo. Consort? Dost thou make us minstrels? And thou make minstrels of us, look to hear nothing but discord. Zounds, consort!
We talk here in the public haunt of men. Either withdraw unto some private place, or reason coldly of your grievances, or else depart. Here all eyes gaze on us.
Men's eyes were made to look, and let them gaze. I'll not budge for no men's pleasure, I. Will peace be with you, sir, here comes my man. Nay, and I'll be hanged if you wear your livery. Romeo, the love I bear thee can afford no better term than this. Thou art a villain.
Tybalt, the love I have for you doth much excuse the appertaining rage to such a breeding. Villain I am none. Therefore farewell, so thou knowest or not.
Boy, this does not excuse the injuries that thou hast done me. Therefore turn and drop.
I do protest I never injured thee, but love thee better than thou canst devise, till thou knowest the reason for my love. And so, dear Capulet, which name I tender as dearly as thine own, be satisfied.
Oh, calm, dishonorable, wrong submission! Tybalt, you rat catcher, will you walk?
What wouldst thou have with me?
Good king of cats, nothing but one of your 9 lives that I mean to make gold withal. And as you shall use me hereafter, drive me the rest of the 8.
I implore you, sir.
Good Mercutio, put thy rapier up.
Come, sir, your Cassandra.
Drop it, Romeo! Beat down their weapons! Gentlemen, call for shame for various outrage! Mercutio, expressly I forbid this bandying in Verona Street!
I'm hurt. Oh, plague on both your houses. Oh, what? Is he gone and have nothing?
What are the heart?
Aye, scratch and scratch. Mary, 'tis enough. Where's my page? Go, Willem, fetch a surgeon.
Courage, man, the hurt cannot be much.
Nay, 'tis not so deep as a well, nor so wide as a church door, but Mary, 'tis enough. 'Twill serve. As for me, tomorrow you shall find me a brave man. I am peppered, I warrant, for this wound. Oh, plague on both your houses! Why came you between us? I was hurt under your arm.
I thought for the best.
Help me into some house, good Benvolio, where I shall think. A plague on both your houses! I am peppered from this world. They have made worms meat of me. I have it in sound too. Your houses!
This gentleman, the prince's near ally, my very friend, hath got this mortal hurt on my behalf. My reputation's stained with Tybalt's slander. Tybalt, who an hour hath been my cousin.
Romeo, great Mercutio's dead. That gallant spirit hath inspired the clouds which to unclimb literature scorn the earth.
This day's black fate on more days doth depend. This what begins the woe that others must end.
Here comes furious Tybalt back again.
Life and triumph and Mercutio slain. Away to heaven, respective lady. In fire-eyed fury be my conduct now. Now, Tybalt, take back the villain that late thou gavest me. For Mercutio's soul staying but a little way above our heads, staying for thine to keep him company. Either thou or I or both must join.
Thou, wretched boy, that didst consort him here shall whip him hence.
This shall determine that. You coward!
Romeo, away, be gone. The citizens are up in Tybalt's slain. Send their notification, the prince will do me death, and thou art taken hence, be gone, away.
My fortune's full.
Why dost thou stay?
Which way ran he, Victor Mercutio? Tybalt, that murderer, which way ran he?
There lies that Tybalt.
Where are the vile beginners of this fray?
Noble prince, I can discover all the unlucky manage of this fatal brawl. Here lies the man, slain by young Romeo, who slew my kinsman, brave Mercutio.
Tybalt! Oh, my cousin! Oh, my brother's child! Oh, prince! Oh, cousin! Husband, blood is spilled of my dear kinsman! Oh, prince, if thou art true, for blood of ours shed blood of Montague! Oh, cousin!
Benvolio, who began this bloody fray?
Tybalt.
your slave, whom Romeo's hand did slay. Romeo that spoke him fair, bid him bethink how nice the quarrel was, and urged him with all your high displeasure. All of this uttered with gentle breath, calm look, knees humbly bowed, could not take truce with the unruly Tybalt. Death to peace. But then he tilts with piercing steel at bold Mercutio's breast, who all his heart turns deadly point to point. Romeo, he cries aloud, "Friends, hold, part!" And then, swifter than his tongue, his agile arm beats down the fatal points, and twixt them rushes. Underneath whose arm an envious thrust from Tybalt hit life, stout Mercutio, and then Tybalt fled. But by and by comes back again to Romeo, who having really entertained revenge, and so they go like lightning, for I could draw to part them with stout Tybalt slain. And then did Romeo turn and fly. This is the truth, or let Benvolio die.
Oh, he is a kinsman of the Montague. Affection makes him false, he speaks not true. I beg for justice, which thou, prince, must give. Romeo slew Tybalt, Romeo must not live.
Romeo slew him, he slew Mercutio, who now the price of his dear blood doth owe.
Not Romeo, he was Mercutio's friend. His fault doth conclude of what the law should end, the life of Tybalt.
And for that offense, immediately we do exile him hence. I have an interest in your heart's proceeding. My blood for your rude brawls doth lie a bleeding. But I'll have mercy with so strong a fine that we shall all repent the loss of mine. I will be deaf to pleading, excuses, nor tears, nor prayers shall purchase our abuses, therefore use none. Let Romeo hence in haste, else when he is found that hour is his last. Bear hence this body and attend our will. Mercy but murders, pardoning those that kill.
I saw it with mine eyes. God save the mark here. On his man in rest.
Death, not Romeo, take my maiden head.
Oh, what? Hide to your chamber. I will find Romeo to comfort you. I wot well where he is. Hark you, your Romeo will be here at night. I'll tell him. He's hid at Lawrence.
Oh God, find him! Give this ring to my true knight and bid him come to take his last farewell.
Father, what news? Oh, what is the prince's doom? A gentler judgment had vanished from his lips. Not body's death, body's banishment. Banishment? Be merciful, say death, for exile hath more terror, much more terror in his look than death. Do not say banishment. Here from Verona art thou banished. Be patient, the world is broad and wide. There is no world without Verona walls, but purgatory, torture, hell itself. In calling death banishment, thou cuttest my head off with a golden axe, and smilest upon this trope that murders me. Oh, deadly sin! Oh, rude unfaithfulness! Thy fault on law caused death. But the kind prince taking thy part has brushed aside the law and turned that blackward death into banishment. It is dear mercy, and thou seest it not. It's torture and not mercy. Heaven is here where Juliet lives, and every cat and dog and little mouse, every unworthy thing may live here in heaven and may look on her. But Romeo may not see his banishing. Oh, Friar, the damned use that word in hell. Howling attendant, how hast thou the heart to mangle me with that word banishing? Oh, thy fond madman, hear me a little speak. It helps not, it prevails not, talk no more. Oh, I hear madmen have no ears. Should they, when wise men have no eyes? Let me dispute with thee a biased day. Thou canst not speak that thou dost not feel. Wert thou as young as I, Juliet thy love, in hour with Mary, Tybalt murdering, doting like me, and like me banishing? Then mightest thou speak. Then mightest thou fall upon the ground as I do now, to be the measure of an unlaid grave. Now they knock. Who's there? Arise, Romeo, thou will be taken. Stay a while. Stand up and run to my study. By and by. Oh, God's will, what simpleness is this? I come. Who not so loud? Whence come you? What's your will?
Let me in and you shall know my errand. I come from Lady Juliet.
Oh, you're welcome then.
Oh, holy friar. Oh, tell me, holy friar, where is my lady's lord? Where is Romeo?
There on the ground with his own tears made me.
Oh, he's even in my mistress' case, just in her case. Oh, woeful sympathy and piteous predicament. Stand up! Stand up! Stand and you be a man. For Juliet's sake, for her sake, rise and stand.
Nurse, speakest thou of Juliet? Where is she, and how doth she, and what says my concealed lady to our cancelled love?
Oh, she says nothing, but weeps and weeps, and now falls on her bed, and then starts up, and Tybalt calls it, and Romeo cries, and then doubt falls again.
As if that name shot from the deadly level of a gun to murder her, as that name's cursed hand to murder her kinsman. Oh, tell me, friar, in what vile part of the anatomy doth my name lodge? Tell me that I will sack the hateful mansion! Hold thy desperate hand! Oh, God! slay thy lady, thy life lives by doing damned hate upon thyself. What rousing, eh? Thy Juliet is alive. Go, give it to thy love. Ascend to her chamber and comfort her hence. But look, stay not until the watch is set, for thou then canst not pass to Mantua, where thou wilt live until we can find a time to blaze your marriage and make reconcile with your friends. They pardon other prince and bring you back with 200,000 times more joy than thou went forth in lamentation. Go before nurse, commit me to thy lady, bid her hasten all the house to bed. Romeo is coming.
My lord, I will tell my lady you will come.
Do so and bid my suite prepare for child.
Sir, a ring she bid me give you, sir. I do make haste, for it grows very late.
How well my comfort is revived by this.
I will be gone before the watch is set, or by day gray, disguise their ends. I will have you sojourn to Mantua, and there I will find your man. And he will from time to time let you know all the good chance that happens for you here. Give me your hand, it's late. Farewell.
But that a joy past joy calls out to me. It were a grief, so grief to part with you. Farewell.
Things have fallen out, sir. So unluckily that we have had no time to move our daughter. Oh, look you, she loved her kinsman Sybil dearly, and so did I. Well, we're born to die. 'Tis very late. She'll not come down tonight, and I promise you that for your company I would have been dead an hour ago.
These times of woe afford no times to you. Madam, good night. Commend me to your daughter.
I will. And no reminder me tomorrow. Tonight she's mewed up to her heaviness.
Oh, Sir Paris, I will make a desperate tender of my child's love. I think she will be ruled in all respects by me. Nay, more, doubt it not. Go you to her wife, and you go to bed, and acquaint her here with my son Paris' love, and bid her, what you mean, on Wednesday next. But soft, what day is this?
Monday, my lord.
Monday? Well, Wednesday is too soon. On Thursday, then, it begins. On Thursday, sir, she shall marry this noble earl. What say you to Thursday?
My lord, I would that Thursday were tomorrow.
Get you on Thursday that evening. Go you to Juliet, ere you go to bed. Prepare her wife against this wedding day. Farewell, my lord. Light to my chamber, slow. Before you leave, it is so very late that we may call it early by and by.
Let me be taken.
Let me be put to death, I am content, so thou wilt have it so. Nor that it's not the love whose wings do beat the vaulting heaven so high above our heads. Yet we're here to stay and not to go. Come, death, and welcome, Juliet! Was it so? Listen to my son. Let's talk. It is not worth it.
It is. It is. I can't speak on a way. It was the lark that sings so out of tune, straining harsh discords and unpleasing shorts. Oh, now be gone, and more light it grows.
Your light and light, more dark and dark all roads.
Madam, nurse, your lady mother is coming to your chamber. The day is broke. Be wary. Look about.
Window, let day in, let life out.
Farewell. Farewell. And kiss and all the same.
Let's all be gone. Love, Lord, I, husband, friend, I expect to hear from thee every day in the hour. For in a minute there are many days.
I will omit no opportunity to convey my greetings, love to thee.
Thinkest thou we shall never meet again?
I doubt it not. And all whose woe shall serve for sweet discourses in our times to come.
Oh God, heaven, O dividing soul, methinks now that I see thee now art so low as when dead in the bottom of a tomb. And when my eyesight fails and thou wouldst pale,
Trust me, love, when my eyes so do you. Dry sorrow drinks our blood. Adieu. Adieu.
be fickle fortune, I hope that thou will not keep him long, but send him back.
Oh, daughter, are you up?
Who is it that calls? It is my lady mother.
Oh, why, how now, Juliet?
Madam, I am not well.
Ever more weeping for your cousin's death? What without washing from his grave with tears? And if thou couldst not make him live. Therefore, have done. Some grief shows much of love, but much of grief shows still some want of it.
Yet let me weep for such a feeling lost.
Though thou weepst not so much for his death as that the villain lives which swallowed him.
What villain, madam?
That same villain Romeo. We shall have vengeance for it, fear thou not. But now I'll tell thee joyful tidings, girl.
It goes well at such a late time. What are they, such a ladyship?
Well, thou hast a careful father who, to put thee from thy heaviness, hath sorted out a sudden day of joy that thou expectst not, nor I looked not for.
A happy time, what day is that?
No, early next Thursday morning, the young, gallant, and noble gentlemen of County Paris at St. Peter's Church shall happily make there a joyful bride.
Not by St. Peter's Church and Peter too, he will not make me their joyful bride. I pray you, go in and tell my lord and father, madam, that I will not marry it. And when I do, I swear it shall be to Romeo, whom you know I hate rather than Paris. There I'm losing me.
Here comes your father. Tell him so yourself and see how he will take it at your hands.
How now, come to the girl? What, still in tears, evermore showering? How now, wife? Have you delivered to her a decree?
Why, sir, and she will have none, she give you thanks. But the fool will marry to her grave.
How is she none? Does she not give it thanks? Is she not proud? Does she not count her blessed and worthy as she is, that we have brought so worthy a gentleman to be her bride?
Not proud you have, but thankful that you have. Proud can I never be with what I hate, and thankful even for hate that is meant love.
What is this? Proud, and I thank you. I thank you not, and yet not proud, mistress minion you. Thank you, no thank you. No proudy, no prouds, but fellow your fine joints next Thursday next, and go with Paris to St. Peter's Church, or I'll drag thee on a hurdle thither. Now out, you scream sickness carrying baggage, tallow face.
Why, what are you, mad?
Hear me with patience on my knees, but to speak a word.
Oh, hang thee, young baggage, disobedient wretch, speak not, reply not, do not answer me, oh, my fingers itch. Oh, my, we thought us scarce blessed that God had lent us but his only child, but now I see that this one is one too much, and that we have a curse in having her. God in heaven bless her! You are to blame, my lord, to bring her so. And while Lady Wisdom, hold your tongue. I speak no treason. Oh, peace, you mumbling fool. Out of your gravity or a gossip bull for here. We need it not. You are so God's bread, it makes me mad. Day, night, hour, time, work, play, alone in company. Still my care hath been to have her matched. And now, having provided a gentleman of noble parentage, stuffed, as they say, with honorable parts, proportioned as one's mind would be to have a man, and then to have a wretched, puling fool to say, I am not wed. Oh, look to it. Think on it. I do not use to jest. Thursday is near. Lay hand on heart, advise. And you be mine, I'll give you to my friend. And you be not. Hang, starve, beg, die in that strait, for by my soul, I'll ne'er acknowledge thee, nor what I have will do you good. Trust to it. Think on it, I'll not be forsworn.
Is there no pity sitting in the clouds that sees into the bottom of my grave? Oh, sweet my mother, cast me not away. Delay this marriage for a month, a week, or thou wilt not make the bridal bed in that dim monument where Tybalt lies.
Tom, talk not to me, for I'll speak not a word. Do what thou wilt, for I have done with thee.
Oh, God. Oh, nurse, oh, show us me prevention. Comfort me, counsel me, what sayest thou? Hast thou not more joys and comfort, nurse?
Faith, here it is. Romeo is vanished. He confessed to marry with the Count. Oh, he is a lovely gentleman, and think you're happy in this second match.
Speak this prayer from my heart.
And from my soul too, else beshrew them both.
Amen.
What?
Well, thou hast comforted me a marvelous much. Go in and tell my lady that I am gone, having displeased my father to go into cell to make confession and to be absolved.
Mary, I will. This is wisely done.
Ancient damnation, O most wicked fiend! Go, counselor! Thy and my bosom henceforth shall be twain. Unto the fire seldom there was remedy. All else failed. Myself left I would die.
On Thursday, sir. The time is very short.
My father Capulet will have it so, and I am nothing slow to slack his haste.
You say you do not know the lady's mind? Uneven is a course, I like it not.
Moderately, she weeps for Tybalt's death, and therefore have I no talk of love, for Venus smiles not in a house of tears. Now, sir, her father counts it dangerous that she do give her sorrow so much sway, and in his wisdom haste our marriage to stop the inundation of her tears. Now do you know the reason for the haste?
Well, I knew not why it must be slowed. Oh, here comes the lady towards myself.
Happily met, my lady and my wife.
That may be, sir, but I may be a wife.
That baby must be love on Thursday next.
What must be shall be.
That's a certain text.
Come you to make confession to this father?
To answer that, I should confess to you.
Do not deny to him that you love me.
And I will tell you that I love him.
So will you, if I am sure that you love me?
If I do so, it will be of more price when you spoken bring it back into your face.
For soul, thy face is much abused with tears.
The tears are bad enough for that, for it was bad enough before their spite.
Thou wrongst it more than tears with that report. Thy face is mine, and thou hast slandered it.
Be so, for it is not my own. Are you at your leisure, holy Father, now,
serves me, pensive daughter. Now, my lord, we must entreat the time alone.
God shield our should disturb devotion. Juliet, on Thursday early will I rouse you. Until then, adieu, and keep this holy peace. Come weep with me, past hope, past care, past
Juliet, I already know thy grief. It strays me past the compass of my wish.
If in my wisdom thou canst give me no help, then call my resolution wise, and with this knife I'll help it presently. Not so long to speak, I long to die, but thou speakest, speak not of remedy.
Hold on. I do spy a kind of hope. If rather than marry the Count of Paris, thy already has the strength of will to kill thyself, then it is likely thou wilt undertake a thing like death to chide away the shame. If thou darest, I'll give thee remedy.
Oh, bid me leap rather than marry Paris on the battlements of any tower, and I will do so without fear or shame to live an unstained wife to my sweet love.
Hold. Go home. Be married. Consent to marry Paris. Wednesday is tomorrow. Tomorrow night wilt thou lie alone in bed. Let not the nurse lie with thee in thy chamber. Take thou this wine, and being in bed, drinkest thou distilling liquor. When presently through all thy veins shall run a dark and drowsy hue, no pulse, no breath, no wound shall testify thou lost. And in this borrowed likeness of death, thou wilt remain for 42 hours, and then awake as from a pleasant sleep. When the bridegroom comes in the morning to rouse thee from my bed, thou art dead. Oh, and thou shalt be born into that ancient tomb where all the kinsmen that passed but not. In the meantime, Romeo, by my letter shall know our drift, and hither he shall come, and he and I shall watch thee waking, and then by that night Romeo shall bear thee hence to Mantua. This will rid thee of all thy present shame, if you know in constant toil, Womanish fear, abate the valor in thy taking it.
Oh, give me, tell me how to fear.
Go, get thee gone. Be strong and prosperous in thy resolve. I will send a friar by all speed with a letter to thy lord.
Oh, love, give me strength, and strength shall have afford. Farewell, dear father.
Go and hire me 20 cunning cooks.
You'll have none ill, sir, for I'll try if they can lick their fingers.
How canst thou try them so?
Marry, sir, 'tis an ill cook who cannot lick his own fingers. Therefore, he that cannot lick his fingers goes not.
Go, be gone. But is Juliet gone to Florence?
Aye, forsooth.
Well, he may chance to do some good on her.
Oh, see where she comes from, Shrift, with merry look.
How now, my headstrong, where have you been gadding?
Where I have learned to repent the sin of disobedient opposition to you and your behests, and join Edwards' cell fall prostrate here to beg your pardon. Pardon, I beseech you, henceforward I am ever your
Send for the county! Go tell them of this, I'll have this knot knit up tomorrow morning.
I met them before Edwards' cell and gave him a good love I might not, stepping on consequences.
I am glad on it as well, Stella. This is as it should be. Now, before God, this reverend, holy friar, all our whole city is much bound to him.
Nurse, will you go with me into my closet and help me sort out such needful ornaments as you think fit to furnish me? You shall be short enough provision, to sound your not.
I'll store about, and all will be well. I warrant thee, wife. Now, go you to Juliet now, and help deck up her. I will walk myself to County Paris. I'll prepare him up against tomorrow. same wayward girl as Silver claimed.
Are you busy? Oh, do you need my help? No, madam. We have cold such necessities as a full for our state tomorrow. So now let me be left alone this night, and let the nurse stay up with you, as I am sure you have your hands so full in this also settled business. Oh, good night. Keep you to rest without us need. Farewell. God knows when we shall meet again. I think the fear thrills through my veins that almost freezes up the heat of life. I'll call him back to comfort me. Nurse! What should she do here? My dismal scene I needs must act alone. Come, Violet. What if this mixture do not work at all? Shall I not then be married tomorrow morning? No, no, this shall forbid it. Whatever. What if, when I am laid into the tomb, I wake before the time that Romeo comes to redeem me? There's a fearful point. Will I not then die stifled in the vault and die strangled ere my Romeo comes? Or, if I wake, is it not very much like the horrible conceit of death and night, along with the terror of the place where bloody Tybalt still green and earth lies festering in his shroud, where, as they say, at some hours of the night spirits resort? Oh, if I wake, shall I not be distraught, and in this rage, with a great kinsman's bone, as with a club, dash out my desperate brains? Oh, look! Methinks I see my cousin's ghost seeking out Romeo, who can spit his body upon Rapiers Point. Stay! Tybalt, stay! Romeo! 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 Here's drink. I drink to thee. Mistress! What mistress, Juliet? Find you slug a bed? Why, love, I say! Madam! What? Not a word? Sleep for a week, for I warned the next night the County Paris had shut up his rest, then you shall rest but little. Oh, God forgive me. But Mary and amen. I must needs wake you. What? Rest. And in your clothes and down again. Lady! Lady? Lady! Alas! Alas! Help! Help! My lady is dead! Oh, what a man that now I was born! Oh, my lord! My lady!
Oh, what noise is here?
Oh, every day!
Oh, me, my child, revive, look up for the help, help, for shame, bring Juliet forth, her Lord is come.
Oh, she's dead! Deceased! Oh, she's dead! She's dead!
Let me look at her. Out, alas, she's cold. The blood is settled, her joints are stiff. Death lies on the level, an untimely frost upon the sweetest flower of all the field.
Come, is the bride ready to go to church?
Ready to go, but never to return. Oh, son, the night before thy wedding day hath death lain with thy wife. Death is my son-in-law, death is my heir.
Have I thought long to see this morning's face, and doth it give me
So weeping now as she ascends into the clouds as high as heaven itself, dry up your tears, and in her best array bear her heads to church. For though on nature visits all lament, nature's tears are reason's merriment.
Let all the ordained festival turn in their office to black funeral. Let us solemn hymns to sullen dirges change. Our bridal flowers to servants' buried coats, and all things shall change them to the contrary.
Go you now, sir, and Maggie go, and you go too, Paris. Let everyone prepare to follow this fair course unto her grave.
My dreams presaged some joyful news at hand. I dreamt my lady came and found me dead, and breathed such lifeless kisses in my lips that I revived and was an emperor. News from Verona. How now, Balthazar? Dost thou not bring me letters from the friar? How doth my lady? Is my father well? How doth my Juliet? That I ask again, for nothing can be ill if she be well.
And she is well, and nothing can be ill. Her body sleeps in Capulet's monument, and her immortal part with angels lives. I saw her laid low in her kindred's vault, and presently took post to tell it to you.
Is it even so? Then I deny you, stars! Thou knowest my logic. If be ink and paper and carrot post horses, I will print tonight.
I do beseech you, sir, have patience. Your looks are pale and quiet, and do not court some misadventure.
Leave me and do the thing I bid thee do. Hast thou no letters to me from the friar?
No matter.
No matter. Get thee gone. Ere those horses, I will be with thee straight. Well, Juliet, I will lie with you tonight. I do remember an apothecary, and hereabouts he dwells, which late I noted in tattered weeds with overwhelming brows, pulling of simples. No means thinner to myself, I said, and if a man be poisoned now, who sails present death in Mantua, here lives a caitiff wretch with skeleton. As I remember, this should be the house. But ho! Apothecary!
You call so well.
Come hither, man. I see that thou art poor. Oh, there is 40 ducats. Let me have some dram of poison. Such soon speeding years will disperse itself all through the veins, that the life-weary taker may fall dead.
Such moral drugs I have, but Mantua's law is death to any who enters them.
Art thou so bare and full of wretchedness and fearest to die? The world is not thy friend, nor the world's laws. But be not poor, but break them and take this.
My poverty and now my will consents.
I pay thy poverty and not thy will.
Put this in any liquid thing you will, and drink it off, and if you have the strength of 20 men, it will dispatch you straight.
There is thy gold. Worse poison to men's souls than these poor compounds thou mayst not sell. I have sold thee poison. Thou hast sold me none. Farewell. Buy food and get thyself in flesh. Come cordial and not poison, and go with me to Juliet's grave. For there I must use thee.
Oh, St. Tacitus, that of Friar John, welcome from Mantua. What say Romeo? Or if his mind be rich, give me this money.
Go and find a barefoot for one of our order. Associate me. You're in the city visiting the sick and find me in the countries in town. Suspecting we both in a house when the infectious Seal up the doors. No one's home, so I think they can watch when no one's stay.
Who bear my letter to Romeo then?
I could not send it. Here it is again. Order a messenger to bring it me, so we are recorded of affection.
Unhappy fortune. And my brotherhood. This letter was not nice, but full of charge of dear import, and the neglecting of it may do much damage. Friar John, go give me an iron crow and bring it to my cell.
Brother, or go bring it me.
I alone to the mud and the stove. Within this 3 hours shall Juliet awake. She will be surely much that Romeo hath no notice of these accidents. I will bring her unto myself when Romeo comes. Poor living corpse, closed in a dead man's tomb.
stand aloof. Yet put it out, for I will not be seen. Under yon yew trees lay thee all along, holding thy ear close to the hollow ground. So shall no foot upon the churchyard tread, if thou shalt hear it. Whistle then to me a signal if thou hearest something approach. Give me those flowers. Do as I bid thee, go.
I am almost afraid to stand alone here in the churchyard, yet I shall not venture.
Sweet flower, with flowers thy bridal bed I strew. Oh, well, thy canopy is dust and stone, with which sweet water nightly I will do, for wanting that with tears distilled by moans. The boy gives warning something doth approach. What cursed foot wanders this way tonight to cross my obsequies and true love's right?
Hold. Take this letter. Early in the morning, do thou deliver it to thy Lord and Father. Give me the light. Upon thy life, I charge thee. Whatever thou hearest or seest, stand all aloof and do not interrupt me in my course. Time and my intents are savage wild.
I will be gone, sir. Do not trouble me.
So shalt thou show me friendship. Take thy vow. Live and be prosperous. And farewell, my father.
For all this same, I'll hide me hereabout. His looks I fear, and his intents I doubt.
Thou detestable maw, thou womb of death, gorged with the dearest morsel of the earth. Thus I enforce thy rotten jaws to open, and in despite, I'll cram with more food.
This is that banished haughty Montague that murdered my love's cousin, with which grief it is supposed the fair creature died.
Stop thy unhallowed toil, vile Montague. Obey and go with me, for thou must die.
Indeed I must, and therefore came I hither. Good gentle youth, tempt not a desperate man. Put not another sin upon my head by urging me to fury. Oh, be gone. Stay not, be gone, live, and hereafter say, a madman's mercy bid thee run away.
I do defy thy condemnation and apprehend thee for a felon here.
Wilt thou provoke me? Then have at thee, boy.
Oh, Lord, my God, I will go on.
I am slain. If thou be merciful.
said my man will neither toss and sold and not attend him as we will. I think he said that Paris should have married Juliet. Death, lie down there, like a dead man in turn. Oh, my love, my wife. Death that has sucked the honey of thy breath has had no power yet upon thy beauty. Thou art not conquered. Beauty's ensign yet is crimson in thy lips and in thy cheeks, and death's pale flag is not advanced there. Dear Juliet, why art thou yet so fair? Shall I believe that unsubstantial death is amorous, and the lean-abhorred monster keeps thee here in the dark to be his paramour? For fear of that, I still will stay with thee, and never from this palace of dim night depart again. Oh, here will I set up my everlasting rest, and shake the yoke of inauspicious stars from my world-wearied flesh. Eyes, took your last, arms took your last embrace, and lips held me the doors of breath, sealed with a righteous kiss, a dateless bargain, chambers of death. Come, better conduct. Come, unsavory guide. Here's to my love. Oh, true apothecary, thy drugs are quick. Thus with a kiss, I die.
There's my Lord. I do remember well where I should be, yet there I am. Where's my Romeo? Oh God, what's here? I come close to my true love's hand. Why sometimes you have been this time himself? Sure, I'll drink all and left no friendly drop to help me after. Oh, kiss my lips. There's some poison dog hang on them to help me after with a restorative. My lips are warm.
Lead, boy, which way?
Yea, noise! And I'll be brief. Oh, happy dagger, this is thy sheath. There rest, and let me die.
This is the place. There, where the torch shall burn. Go, search about the courtyard, where you find attached.
Oh, pitiful sight.
Realize the county slain? And Juliet, bleeding, warm and newly dead? Here have ladies 2 days buried?
Here's Romeo's man. We found him in the churchyard.
Hold him in safety till the prince come thither.
Oh,
You're fired. Tremble side and beats.
A great suspicion. Stay the friar too.
What misadventure is so early up that calls our person from our morning rest?
What should it be that kingdom so shrieked abroad?
Oh, the people in the street cry, Romeo, some Juliet, some Paris, and all one with open outcry toward our monument.
What fear is this which startles in our ears?
Sovereign. Here lies the county Paris dead, and Romeo dead, and Juliet dead before, born and killed.
Search, seek, and know how this foul comes.
Here's a friar and slaughtered Romeo's man, with instruments upon them fit to open these dead men's tombs.
Heavens, oh wife, look how our daughter bleeds.
Oh, me, the sight of death is as a bell that warns my old age to a sepulchre.
Come, Montague, for thou art early up to see thy son and heir now early down.
Alas, my lady, my wife is dead tonight. Grief of my son's exile has stopped her breath. What further woe conspires against mine age?
Look, and thou shalt see.
Oh, that's awful. What manners is it this just before they mob her to the grave?
Bring forth the parties of suspicion.
I am the bravest able to do this. I stand here both to impeach and purge, myself condemned and myself excused.
Then say at once what thou dost know in this.
Romeo, there dead, was husband to thy Juliet, and she there dead was Romeo's faithful wife. I married them, and their stolen marriage day was Tybalt's doomsday, whose untimely death banished the new-made bridegroom from this city, for whom and not for Tybalt the Juliet pine. You, to remove her from her siege of grief, betrothed and would have married her perforce accounted Paris. So she came to me, unto myself with some wild will bidding me to help rid her of the demise of this second marriage, or else in myself that she would kill herself. So I gave her, being so tutored in my art, a sleeping potion, which acted as I intended and wrought upon her a kind of death. In the meantime, I bid Romeo, bid him come hither to help take her from this borrowed grave at the time the potion's force will cease. But he who bore my letter to Romeo, Friar John, was saved by accident and returned it to me. This is all I know. And to her marriage, her nurse is privy. If all this miscarriage be my fault, then let this old wife be sacrificed under the rigor of severest law.
You still have no name for our holy one. Where's Romeo's man? What can he say to this?
I brought my master news of Juliet's death, and then in post Mantua he came to this same place, to the same monument. This letter he early bid me give his father, and threatened me with death going into the vault if I departed not. Left him there.
Give me the letter. I will look on it. Where's the county's page that raised the watch? Sir, what made your master in this place?
He came with flowers to strew the lady's grave, and bid me stand aloof, and so I did. And on the cold light overturned, and luckily my master drew on him, and I ran away with the hope of the watch.
This letter doth make good the friar's words, their course of love, the tidings of her death. And here he writes that he did buy a poison of a poor apothecary, and therewithal came to this vault to die and lie with Juliet. Where be these enemies, Capulet, Montague? See what a scourge is laid upon your hate, that heaven finds means to kill your joys with love. And I, for winking at your discords too, have lost a brace of kinsmen. All are punished.
Brother Montague, give me thy hand. This is our daughter's jointure, for I can demand no more.
But I can give thee more, for I will pray her statue of pure gold, that while forever by that name is known, there shall be no fingers of crazy set. That is true, faithful Juliet.
As rich shall Romeo's by his lady's lie, poor sacrifices of our enmity.
A glooming peace this morning with it brings. The sun, a sorrow will not show his head. Go hence to have more talk of these sad things. Some shall be pardoned, and some punished. For never was a story of more woe than this of Juliet and her Romeo.